nicht logisch go.
You are listening to CKMS 102.7 FM Radio Waterloo, and that was Wake Up and Rise by Diggin' Roots. You are here with Two White Feather and Gentle Eagle, Lori, and this is the Red Road Journey, where we amplify Indigenous voices to heal ourselves, all our relations, and our communities, and our planet. We are broadcasting you from the traditional territories of the Neutral, Anishinaabe, and the Haudenosaunee peoples. Hokya.
Today we're pausing along the Red Road Journey to have a conversation with Sabe, who represents the seven grandfather teaching of Wekwadizowin, or honesty. The late elder Dave Crescen said that when you are honest and have nothing to be ashamed of or to hide, your spirit grows and strengthens to the size and power of Sabe. If we lie or we do something bad and try and hide it, it eats away at our spirit and makes us small and weak. To have a strong spirit, we must be honest to ourselves and to others. And to be truly honest is to keep the promises we made to Creator, to others, and to ourselves. So thank you, or miigwech, to the late elder Dave Crescen for that wisdom. May was Mental Health Awareness Month, and both Two White Feather and I, as part of A Womb with a View, recognized Mental Health Week in particular from the 6th of May to the 12th of May with a number of Facebook Lives. And on those Facebook Lives, we shared some self-interventions or things that you could do to bring about kindness and compassion towards yourself and others. Today, we're going to wrap up Mental Health Awareness Month with an honest conversation about mental health and addiction recovery, what it is and what it is not.
So we're going to play Dear Alcohol by Dex. So here it is.
I didn't want to deal with myself tonight. My thoughts get drowned until I feel alright. And I keep drinking till I'm someone I don't recognize. I got wasted cause I didn't want to deal with myself tonight. My thoughts.
Oh. Sorry, we're having a little trouble with the music right now. It just stopped. So
Yeah, so we're just going to take a couple minutes to try and figure out the music here. So maybe what I'll do is I'll go through some of our announcements. So coming up in June, on June the 7th, we are participating in the Waterloo Region Community Foundation's On the Table discussions. And ours will be taking place June the 7th specifically, from 12 until 1:30. And what we're going to do is bring together people over food. Food's always a good thing to connect around. And have a conversation about mental health and justice. And do some of our eagle visioning with people. So, we'll be asking questions about, what are some gaps for Indigenous folks that use crisis services in particular, and what are the needs that they may have. So if you're interested in joining us for that On the Table conversation, follow along on our social media pages, and there'll be more details as that comes up. June the 14th, we're meeting again as our craft club. And this time we'll be making crafts for Father's Day. So that'll be exciting. You can bring the little ones out to that. It is free, but we do ask that people register. And our website will be up soon, but in the meantime, you can register through our email. So awomwithawview55@gmail.com. And again, that's June the 14th. And we'll have that between 6 and 8 o'clock. We are still looking for commitment statements for people who wanted to participate in the Moosehide Pin Wear and Share Challenge. So we're asking people that if they got their Moosehide Pin from us, that they would make a written statement that would serve as a public service announcement in the future that we could play here on the radio about ending gender-based violence. So, you're welcome again to connect with us, grab your pin, and tell us why it is you're wearing it and why it's important to you to end gender-based violence. And then lastly, the announcement that I have to share is about something that we're launching, our Wellness Warriors Peer Support Program. And we've got lots of exciting things to come that way. But first off, Two White Feather and one of our volunteers, Alexis, will be kicking it off with patrol walks. So the Wellness Warrior Patrol will be out to provide some outreach to people in the community that are looking for that sort of thing. We'll be following that up with a Wellness Warrior chat as well once our website is up, where people can connect with us to also get support in a different way. So that's coming. We're very excited that that's going to be launched as well. Alrighty. And yeah.
So here is Dear I'll Call Again by Dex.
wasted cause I didn't want to deal with myself tonight. My thoughts get drowned until I feel alright. And I keep drinking till I'm someone I don't recognize. I got wasted cause I didn't want to deal with myself tonight. My thoughts get drowned until I feel alright. I keep drinking till I'm someone I don't recognize. I got wasted. Repeat the cycle every day. I gotta start with a drink. My life been getting sorta crazy and I don't wanna think. I look myself right in the mirror and I don't even blink. Then I get angry, take the rest and pour it right in the sink. I know where this road goes. Alcohol ain't my friend, but I keep drinking cause these demons roaming follow me around everywhere I go. It clouds my mind and soul. It turns my heart cold. But I keep drinking cause it makes me feel like I'm not alone. I'm having problems, my problem let me reach out. Looking at this bottle, having nothing but doubt. Don't wanna drink, but it keeps coming around and around and around. I got wasted cause I didn't wanna deal with myself tonight. My thoughts get drowned until I feel alright. I keep drinking till I'm someone I don't recognize. I got wasted cause I didn't wanna deal with myself tonight. My thoughts get drowned until I feel alright. I keep drinking till I'm someone I don't recognize. I got wasted. I know I need to quit. I gotta do better. Example to these kids, cause they watching when I'm there. But I'm scared, cause I've been chasing the man that I am when I start to drink. He's cocky, confident, and he don't give a damn what you think. This world is beating me down and it's pushed me right to the brink. I take a shot every time because man, it helps me escape. I'm taking care of these people, but no one takes care of me. I wanna talk to somebody, but I feel no one relates. I need better now. I think I've lost my way. I'm having battles with faith. It's painted right on my face. I hope better times are coming. No chase, but I'm still running. I gotta take control, and I won't stop for nothing. Dear God, this is my test. Promise that I do my best. Just help me with this pain I feel and pressure that is on my chest. I got wasted cause I didn't wanna deal with myself tonight. My thoughts get drowned until I feel alright. I keep drinking till I'm someone I don't recognize. I got wasted cause I didn't wanna deal with myself tonight. My thoughts get drowned until I feel alright. I keep drinking till I'm someone I don't recognize. I got wasted.
So that was Dear Alcohol by Dext. Our next song's gonna be Drug Addiction by Colucci. So Colucci is K. Smith, as he's been clean since 2015. He says, I hit the bottoms. He was broken in a million pieces. My emotions were shattered and I would always tell myself I'm done. After many attempts to get clean, I stopped listening to the negative things. I tell myself I realized I was worthy of an incredible life. So here is Drug Addiction Part 2 by Colucci.
Testimony. First you must survive the test. I'm feeling like I'm dying from these drugs that I injected. I can go in either arm, left or right, I'm ambidextrous. My soul is desolate, my spirit is defected. I keep making wrong decisions that will never get corrected. I'm doing what I have to, never cared about the wreckage. I keep chasing this high, but I can't ever seem to catch it. I told you my story, now let me go a little deeper. I was dealing with a chemical that's deadlier than ether. I never show respect, living on the verge of death, cause this heroin will kill me, smell the murder on its breath. I'm walking on this tightrope dope as I'm watching every step. Now I'm living on the run, I never sleep, I never rest. I'm having trouble breathing from the pressure on my chest. This anxiety is killing me, suffocating from stress. The residence I'm staying at is filthy, it's a mess, but I can't leave until this bag is gone and there is nothing left. So I'm stuck feeling empty, suicidal thoughts are present. The essence of my depression wants me dead without a question. The shit is in my blood, my whole family suffers. My sister's getting high with me, we're smoking like a muffler. My mother's an alcoholic, the addiction is intense. My father left in 84, we haven't seen him since. He chose drugs over us, and yeah, I get it. It's impossible to stop some others' crimes that I'm committing. I vomit in the sink every morning, I am broke. The complexion of my skin is gray, looking like a ghost. I guess I'll take his money, him and I were never close. I was supposed to buy crack, but somebody sold me soap. I never pay for nothing as I'm headed towards the door. And you can try to come and catch me as I'm running out the store. All I want is drugs, all I ever need is more. Me and my sister, we pass the needle back and forth. Blood is dripping off my arms, now it's falling to the floors. We manipulate the lighter, watch that flame hit the chore. She's pushing on the stem, I try to wait my turn. Every pair of pants I got is covered in cigarette burns. I'm living a life that's foul, never critically acclaimed. My arms are black and blue, I try to hit another vein. It's gonna take an hour, why every vein's collapsed? Should I clean it out with bleach? I don't even have to ask. The answer's no, let it go, it's set in stone. See, I'm married to the needle, never touching methadone. My moves are unpredictable, my actions are erratic, and that spike is in my arm, I'm gonna die using addict. I'm drinking alcohol until I fall apart. As the room is spinning slowly to the toilet that I crawl. Let's pour another drink, then it's shot after shot after shot after shot. Do this just to drown my thoughts. Everything is blurry, I can never read the manuscript. Everything I'm doing, every decision is cancerous. I would crash, I could never find the landing strip. Ecstasy and mushrooms together, I used to candy flip. That was back when these drugs, they were fun. Now I'm manacled in misery, a monster I become. Heroin's my god, I follow orders that are strict. You see, I'm just a crew member, it's the captain of the ship. The stems, I call it off, try and use a damn brag. I'm feeling so alone as I am pouring out these stamp bags. I'm pulling on the belt till every vein is visible. Every day I'm overwhelmed, stressed, living miserable. The drug game, I'm always losing like I'm gambling. I see she isn't breathing, so I call another ambulance. We're lost souls, no guidance, no type of management. Every day is death and crime, I can't fucking handle this. I'm blowing out the smoke as I'm peeking past the curtains. Now my house is surrounded, I see their shadows, now I'm nervous, yeah. They're coming to get me, okay, maybe I'm just paranoid. No, everyone be quiet, I want silence, not another noise. Filling the void, I'm truly losing my mind. I'm using my license when I'm chopping out these lines. Trying to stay alive is how I really spend my time. I'm covered in guilt and shame, let me tell you about a friend of mine. She sold her soul, sold her body, she sold everything. She sold her house, car, even sold her wedding ring. She's starting to get sick and she's turning another trick. And she don't wanna live this way, sucking dick for another hit. Look, you think it's funny, put yourself in her shoes and imagine what it's like to have no option to choose. And we're so quick to judge another, but what if this song was about your mother? Do you think you'd understand and still love her? All I do is lie, I never tell the truth. My neighbors see I'm sick, so I tell them I got the flu. I rented out my car, I needed to get high. My dealer has my vehicle, I see him driving by. These track marks, I've had them since I was younger. I'm wearing long sleeves in the middle of the summer. The paramedics took my needle, spoon in both bundles. Why you hitting me with Narcan, interrupting my slumber? I turn into my father, I'm hated, this isn't me. I'm supposed to serve a purpose while I'm living out my dreams. I turn into my father, I'm nauseous, sick to my stomach. Chaotic or narcotics, this isn't the life I wanted. I turn into my father, I'm the devil in the flesh. I never have confidence as I'm settling for less. I turn into my father, and I hate what I become. So now I wanna end my life, I'm in search of a loaded gun. Feeling lost and broken, all I ever do is hurt. My mother's in the other room, I'm taking money out her purse. I tried to mask the pain, but it only made it worse. Then I finally hit a point where the drugs would no longer work. I'm killing myself slowly, I just wanna feel some freedom. My thoughts are paralyzing as I'm battling these demons. I used to tell myself that I would be better off, that I stopped listening to the voices that are inside of my head. I wanna change, I need to be a son to my mother, a brother to my sister. Look, I'm tired of the struggle. My obsession has been lifted, but destruction I can crave. But I'm doing what it takes so I don't see an early grave. I thank God I hit a bottom, now he carries me. I didn't want my mother insisted I have to bury me. I fallen many times, finally got my life together, cause I kept trying, never quit through every failed endeavor. Nowadays these parents, they are burying their kids, are dying younger and younger, they never get a chance to live. I'm trying to show the world hope regardless of what I did, and that is truly why I do this. It gets everything I give. I had multiple years clean twice, but then I lost it. Now my daily maintenance, it is suffocated in caution. I tread softly, no tradition violations. Look, I used to be a loser, now my life's truly amazing. I try to be a service, you can find that in our symbol. I used to be shaky, but now I'm steady like a gimbal. I put my hands together every night to pray, as I'm smoking, drinking coffee, relaxing with Jimmy K. I had to write a sequel, do it for our people. We all have our own issues, but understand that we're equal. There's many days that I wanna give up and use. Have my misery refunded, I've done it, it's nothing new. Now I'm staring at my daughter and she's altering my mood. She's the underlying force in everything I ever do. My daughter is my everything and that'll never change. I can't wait until she's old enough and sees what I became. I love my daughter, but she won't keep me clean. See, the drugs are just a symptom, now I'm fighting to be free. I try to separate all my wants and my needs. I'm working on myself, I learned acceptance is the key. Through it all, I try to spread a positive message. I'm dedicated to death with every breath I invested. I'm constantly pushing, I got this fire in my eyes. Listen, all my dead friends is what's giving me my drive. I try to play my part, but could always be doing more. They're calling it a battle, I call it a losing war. We gotta come together, my experience is real. You can identify with what I did, relate to how I feel. No pedestal is needed, I am very far from gifted. We all felt the same pain, but our stories might be different. With any brush, I'll paint a picture of a vivid image, but the message doesn't have a meaning unless I live it. I defy the odds where miracles live in proof. I'm alive to tell my story and I'm sharing it with you. It's God's grace and mercy, the reason I'm still alive. I'm watching friends using it, it's killing me inside. To anyone that's trying to change the life, you're my idol. Life will have its ups and downs, but I'm no longer suicidal. Nowadays these artists, they just glorify the drugs. See, I'm trying to do it differently and glorify the love. And you can judge me, but I'm proud of my accomplishments. My name is Chad Smith and I refuse to be anonymous. I used to dream of living, now I'm living my dreams. No matter what it takes, my goal is to die clean. Die clean. Die clean. Die clean. No matter what it takes, my goal is to die clean. Die clean. Die clean. Die clean. No matter what it takes, my goal is to die clean. Die clean. Die clean. Die clean. No matter what it takes, my goal is to die clean. Die clean. Die clean. Die clean. No matter what it takes, my goal is to die clean. Die clean. Die clean. Die clean. Die clean.
Wow, that was Colucci, or his real name is Chaz Smith. And, kudos to Chaz Smith for making the changes in his own life and sharing all of that lived experience and wisdom with others. As he said, glorifying the love and dying clean are now his goals. And I know when we were reading up some of his background, his daughter, his child is everything to him, and as well, spreading this message, right, that recovery is possible. So that was Dax and also Colucci giving us a little bit into that, raw, honest, life of what it's like living with substance abuse, dependency, and addiction. We know, or most of us know, that colonizers, particularly the French, traded alcohol for furs, which devastated First Nations communities. In many ways, it started there. Substance use in Indigenous communities is often an attempt at coping with traumatic experiences brought on by colonialism. The impacts of trauma and addiction can cast a large and long-standing shadow on a person's life, and it can damage relationships with themselves, their family, their partner, their children, their children's children. That cycle of intergenerational trauma that's fueled by alcohol and or drugs brings considerable harm. I know that you know this intimately, Two White Feather. Do you have any comments from your lived or living experiences, in particular, what those shadows have cast for you or your family, your larger community or nation?
The shadows, that substance, like drugs and alcohol, we call them mind changers, has cast in my own experience with, I was born with FAS, and that was very hard for my family. I usually say that's what broke up my family, was me. It led to early deaths for my parents, breast cancer for my mom, and a heart attack for my dad. And my health was negatively affected soon after that. After my mom's death, I got Hep C. I had a Hep C scare, and I got properly treated and whatnot. And of course, all my ODs that I had upcoming up to the day that I got sober. The last OD I had was actually in the house that we're in right now, in the washroom. Lori came in and I was laying on the floor. She was able to get me up without naloxone, but still, that was still quite a scare. And soon after that, that's when I got sober, right? And yeah, so, and then it was funny, I just want to put this in here too. It's funny that I relapsed around my time of my anniversary, May 24 weekend. That's when I had relapse. So, and that's when I got sober in 2019 too. On again and off again relationships with family. That's always a biggie, especially with drugs and alcohol and whatnot. I have an off and on relationship with my youngest sister, and I just hope that she gets well and gets the help that she needs, right? And the support that we all do need in times of need, right? And depending on their wellness at the time, or mine, when I'm stressed out for loved ones and whatnot. And I find that sort of when I tend to think about, I want to relapse, or in this case, I did relapse, right? I know that I don't really talk about how I feel, so that's another biggie right there too. So, thank you.
Yeah, thanks for sharing that again. The honesty, is healing, right? It's a difficult thing to talk about, particularly if there has been a relapse. Although we know that is not a sign of failure. It's quite common, so common that it's actually included as a stage of change. Right, and anybody who's done any support or treatment around substance abuse knows this, right? That it is a common, expected, in many cases, stage of change. So we're going to play another song, and this one is by a man that we've spoken about on the radio before. He was really instrumental in Two White Feather, looking at what was going on for him. It's Mike Scott, but there's also a couple of other people involved. Poot, YK the Mayor, and Mike Scott. And the song is called Stress Street Hustle.
With your baby mamas, pack the llama and the me's used to be partners. But come and go over ego in the dough. Quick to chase the highs, but they're running from the lows. Lots of good bros to the needles in the blow. Few homies foes, pillow talking to them hoes. They chose to sell their souls, me, I live by the code. This father tried to raise status in this world so cold. They're damn respected in the streets, and my whole team meets. Picked up brothers from the gutter, put them back on the feet. Deleted lames from the gang, got rid of the weak. When you're winning in the game, they be thinking you cheap. Whole crew sky high, fly out of your reach. Stress streets so unique, yeah, we be the elite. Leave you lost in defeat, and I'll never retreat. Number one, Top Gun, pie you head of the fleet.
Been a long time that we on top. We came too far, we ain't never gonna stop. That's why we hustle. Every day we hustle. Yeah. Times got hard when I was on the block. I had to make a change or I end up in a box. That's why we hustle. Every day we hustle. Yeah.
Hustle hard, had my kids, now my outlook on this life is changing. Since I was 13, I was out here banging. Like I was in the streets, I was so used to the pavement. See homies lose their life over those verbal exchanges. Alright, tell me right now, is it worth that shit? The graveyard, yeah, nigga, used to work that shit. Didn't realize that my actions lead to hurt so quick. Product of the ghetto, we ain't had no pot to piss. Used to open up the stove to get some heat in the winter. Hard times more than me, that pain just made me a winner. Tough love, I got this shit and it turned me to a sinner. Most of the kids that I grew up with, they all turned to some killers. Must be something in the water, dog. Not trying to do that life in prison, jails are crowded, dog. So instead I hit the block, was moving powder, dog. Gangsters were my role models, had no father, dog. I just did without it,
Been a
dog.
long time that we on top. We came too far, we ain't never gonna stop. That's why we hustle. Every day we hustle. Yeah. Times got hard when I was on the block. I had to make a change or I end up in a box. That's why we hustle. Every day we hustle. Yeah.
Hustle hard, yeah. I do this for my family, the ones who down to ride with me. Cause ain't no peace inside of me, I grew up stuck in poverty. All I knew was suffering, everybody struggling. Juggling the weapon check, pawning all my stuff again. Told myself that I'll never go broke. Nobody's help, shit, I'll get it on my own. Started off small with the packs up in my socks. Learning how to cook and boil water in the pot. Profits getting bigger, but the trouble never stops. On the block with the fiends, I was running from the cops. Man, this ain't the life for me, but I don't know another way. I don't know if I can change or how the fuck to break away. All I know is that I wanna keep a million in safe. Break bread with the brothers, so I hustle every day. My kids will never struggle, keep a smile on their face. Even on vacation, dog, I never take a break.
Been a long time that we on top. We came too far, we ain't never gonna stop. That's why we hustle. Every day we hustle. Yeah. Times got hard when I was on the block. I had to make a change or I end up in a box. That's why we hustle. Every day we hustle. Yeah.
Hustle hard, yeah.
So that was Stressed Out by Mike Scott, Put, and YK Mayer, Hustle.
Yeah, and there were a couple things that I heard in that song, right? I don't know another way, and that sometimes keeps people in that cycle, right, of using to cope with trauma. But those actions, right? He says those actions lead to hurt so quick, and really urges people to make the change. And again, I know Mike Scott in particular was instrumental in Two White Feather making the change. So, recovery is not a linear process, and we've said this before on the radio show, right? But it's one that is based on continual growth, occasional setbacks, and learning from those times that you took a detour and moved away from your goals, right? Because it hurt, right? And that hurting of those wounds, took some time, right? Took some time for you to get back on track. Right? It makes sense, right, that relapse is a part of the recovery process.
So our next one is Starting Over by Macklemore. He's an artist that I actually used to listen to way back in the day, when I was using and trying to get sober on my own then. He wrote this after a relapse. He had 3 years of sobriety. After that, he relapsed again in 2020. He had a near fatal OD. Much of his third album, Ben, is about his recovery process. He's also an activist for same-sex marriage and LGBTQ and all that. And he does a lot of good things for the community and whatnot. He raps about his recovery and everything, and you're going to hear that in this certain song, Starting Over. So here is Macklemore, Starting Over.
One, two, now. Those 3+ years I was so proud of, and I threw them all away for 2 styrofoam cups. The irony, everyone will think that he lied to me. Made my sobriety so public, there's no fucking privacy. If I don't talk about it, then I carry a date. A 08-10-08, then now it's been changed. And when they put me in some boxes, saying that I never was. It's the false prophet that never came. And will they think that everything that I've written is all been fake? Or will I just take my slip to the grave? What the fuck are my parents gonna say? The success story that got his life together and changed. And you know what pain looks like when you tell your dad you relapsed and look him directly into his face. The seat on your shoulders, the exceedingly heavy weight. Haven't seen tears like this on my girl in a while. The trust that I once built been betrayed. But I'd rather live telling the truth and be judged for my mistakes than falsely held up, giving props, loved, and praised. I guess I gotta get this on the page. Feeling sick and helpless, lost the compass where soap is. I know what I gotta do, and I can't help it. One day at a time is what they tell us. Now I gotta find a way to tell them. God help them. Yeah. One day at a time is what they tell us. Now I gotta find a way to tell them. We fall so hard. Now we gotta get back up and lost. I thought you'd go, but you were with me alone. And every kid that came up to me and said I was the music they listened to when they first got clean. Now look at me, a couple days sober, I'm fighting demons. Back of that meeting on the east side, shaking, tweaking, hope that they don't see it. Hope that no one is looking, that no one recognizes that failure under that hoodie. Misposted in the back, with my hands crossed, shook. And if they call on me, I'm passing. If they talk to me, I'm booking out that door. But before I can make it, somebody stops me and says, are you Macklemore? Maybe this isn't the place or time. I just wanted to say that if it wasn't for other side, I wouldn't have made it. I just look down at the ground and say thank you. She tells me she has 9 months and that she's so grateful. Tears in her eyes, looking like she's gonna cry. Fuck, I barely got 48 hours. Treated like I'm some wise monk. I wanna tell her I relapsed, but I can't. I just shake her hand and tell her congrats. Get back to my car and I think I'm tripping, yeah. Cause God on the other side, that pen was in my hand. I'm just a flawed man. Man, I fucked up, like so many others. I just never thought I would. I never thought I would. Didn't pick up the book. Doing it by myself didn't turn out that good. If I can be an example of getting sober, then I can be an example of starting over. If I can be an example of getting sober, then I can be an example of starting over and over and over. We fall so hard, now we gotta get back up and lost. I thought you'd go, but you were with me
So that was Macklemore and Ryan Heath, Starting Over, featuring Ben Bridwell. So, yeah, that was a good song.
Yeah, that was a great song. And I was wondering, to White Feather, if you can just walk with Sabe, right? That 7 grandfather teaching of honesty a little bit longer for us, and tell us about the lessons and learnings that you took away from your recent relapse.
So, I guess the main one is, and if you know me, you know how I grew up. So I grew up like the old-fashioned way, where dad, even my foster parents, if you're a man, you didn't talk about anything. You just, either drank or whatever, and swallowed that, and stood up tall and walk proud, right? But so even this time around, I thought that I didn't need to talk to anyone, and that was I guess that was one of my biggest mistakes, was that thinking that I don't have to talk to anyone, and what's eating me away, and what I believe that men don't talk about feelings, and in these ways it's not to feel, to numb out with drugs or alcohol, and that's exactly what I did. I became numb, and now I'm trying to pick myself back up, right? And I needed a reminder that I have other tools to help me feel the feelings, like some of the music you heard today, crafting. I made a dream catcher out of a bicycle wheel, which was pretty cool. I'm biking a lot more. My fur babies, or my little kiddos, which are my dogs, and also my partner, and some of my family too. So with those few things, couple things, like 5 things there, those are the main things that really helped me on my journey, right? And I lost connection of that because I started thinking all these negative thoughts again, right? And I didn't talk to anyone. So, and I learned that if you don't kick the addiction kicks you. And that's so true. And this time I almost let the addiction kick me almost. I could have, not come home that night, and I could have been found in a ditch somewhere or something. But I'm so grateful that I did, because it makes me stronger on who the person I am today. Whatever doesn't kill us will make us stronger, right? And I truly believe that me and Gentle Eagle here, we've been through so much. She's been through a lot with me too. And, it made us stronger into the couple that we are today. So yeah.
Yeah, thanks for sharing that too, White Feather. It's just like Macklemore said in that song, right? You are not a flawed man, and can be a really good example for others of that real possibility of starting over, right? Again, recovery is a process, and that's why we liken it to the red road journey when Two White Feathers biking out there, right? Yeah, you can take some detours. You might hit a flat tire, a pothole, some obstacle in your way, but you get back on track and on that red road, and that red road you'll meet some cheerleaders, right? Some supporters, and it might come from different people, or it might come in different ways than you're used to, but if you're open and receptive and courageous, right? Another one of the 7 grandfather teachings, and let that love in, you'll go really far. So I think we're going to play.
Yes,
we're going to play another one, and this is someone that we've heard of just the other day. Actually, she's based in Toronto. She's an Anishinaabe and Cree person and queer artist, And in this particular song, her name is Jaylee Wolf. She shares her experience with trauma and the fight with those demons to not give any more of her life to addiction. And instead, she finds healing in reclaiming her culture and taking back her power. So this is Jaylee Wolf, and it's called Lead Me.
Hook ya.
Okay. So again, that was Jaylee Wolf out of Toronto, a Anishinaabe Cree and queer artist playing Lead Me. So I'm going to get a little honest here. And I want to make an offer to White Feather of sweetgrass. And sweetgrass, we know, is the kindness medicine. And I wanted to do this because of my reaction, and it really was a reaction, not a response, to the recent relapse and all of the behaviors surrounding that, right? Because it's not just about the use of the substance again, right? There's other behaviors that are harmful, right? Harmful to, yourself and to others around you, right? That have to do with that relapse. I definitely wasn't my best self. I was hurting, right? I was in a lot of pain emotionally as well, and trying to hold things together, as I often do. And I know the caregivers out there and the cheerleaders and supporters know intimately about that, right? It's very, very tough, right? And what happened was, we both got caught up in another cycle, right? Where those triggers for each one of us activated both of us, and it, sent our relationship into a downward spiral as well. So not just his mental health, but my mental health and our relationship as a whole. And I think even our fur babies were affected.
Yeah, for sure.
So I want to offer that sweetgrass to you, that kindness medicine. And I just want you to know that, I was there for you in the best way I knew how at the time while still taking care of myself. And, again, to the caregivers out there, never, ever forget that you must do this self-care, while this is going on. So we're back on the red road together, and like he said, definitely stronger because of it. And we really wanted to do this show. It was divine timing for so many reasons.
So I want to say, chimigwetch for that sweetgrass. And, I know that maybe you weren't there to say those certain things, but I knew that you were there in spirit, and your spirit was telling me those things. I could hear it, So maybe it wasn't you, but it was your spirit that was saying those things to me. And I know that you love me. You truly love me. And, so I'm going to say chimigwetch. And I do. And, I don't want to accept your apology because, you didn't do anything wrong. Right? But I thank you, So chimigwetch, gentle eagle. So going on with that, it's sort of funny that sweetgrass was brought up today because in the First Nations culture, there is a dull side and a shiny side to sweetgrass when you do go and pick it. And you can really tell on when you do pick it, when you have an eye for it, once you get an eye for it, you can pick it out everywhere. I can see it everywhere. And, sweetgrass is the hair of our Mother Earth. Today, what I did was I braided 2 braids, one for me and one for Gentle Eagle. And then what I also did was then I hooked them together so it looks like a Y in the back. And I braided the 2 braids together after I braided the 2 braids separate. And, that's for, and then the 3rd braid is Mother Earth, keeping us strong together. And, that's what my hair is representing right now. And that's how I feel ever since I braided it like that. And I braided that like that about a week after I relapsed because I felt stronger as a person. I felt stronger in a relationship with us. So each braid of the 7 strands represents mind, body, and spirit. It takes 21 strands to make a braid. 7 generations behind us who make up who we are. 7 grandfather teachings to guide us toward Minumwadwadwin, living the good life. 7 generations in front of us, reminding us that what we do affects others down the ancestral line. If you look closely at sweetgrass, you'll see a shiny and dull side. In recovery, we need that honor of both. For what don't knowledge brings difficult for
ourselves
and others. And that's including community, your family, your loved ones, your kiddos. And when I say kiddos, I also mean your guys' sons and daughters, but also I'm referring to our kiddos as our fur babies. We have 3 dogs and a foster, and they're like our kids, and they get affected too. And so it just doesn't, when we're in that stage, like I even told her, said, it doesn't hurt you, I'm only hurting myself. And that was the day after I was trying to get sober, after I relapsed, right? But that's not true. It hurts everyone, all your supports, your community. And it's like some of the songs that I will be playing like later on, is that if one of us falls, we all fall, and we all pick that one person back up, so that we all can ride on this red road and heal together, because that's what we need. We need that love of the community, of your support, your loved ones, your fur babies, your kiddos, everyone, right? And that's that.
Especially if you take on that responsibility of being a spiritual warrior, right? Because
exactly.
that's really what it's all about. And if we think back to what we learned from Raven and David, right, with the Moose Hide campaign interview that we did, we learned about that warrior. For Indigenous people, it's about accepting your vulnerabilities, right, and using those lessons and learnings to help community. It's such a responsibility, right? So yeah, we share all of this medicine today about Sabe and honesty as the seven grandfather teaching, and then the sweet grass as well, with all of you who are on that red road journey, no matter who you are, right? Whether you're the person who is using, right, or in recovery, or supporting, right, a family member affected, all of those different roles that you might play. So we share the medicine with all of you. And just before we go out with one last song, I wanted to make mention of that dream catcher that Two White Feather was doing recently. Yes, it was very helpful for him to get back on track. And he's also decided that he's going to raffle it off as a fundraising item for this radio station, CKMS 102.7 FM, Radio Waterloo. We're all trying to get a console.
Mixed board.
Mixed board.
Sorry. We had trouble with the terminology earlier, but then I had asked somebody and they said it was a mixed board. So not a console, it's a mixed board. Sorry on our behalf on that, but it's a mixed board that we're trying to get as a new one so that we can upgrade our radio station here, right?
Yeah.
And for everyone else that comes in to do the radios too. So yeah.
Yeah, and that would be awesome if you could support in that way. The tickets are $10 for one, or three for $25. And it's very unique, if I may say so myself. What he's done is he's taken bicycle tires, recycled them, made a dream catcher inside, and it's kind of looks like almost like a double dream catcher. And it includes some goose feathers hanging down and a beautiful citrine crystal in the middle. So, you can support CKMS 102.7 FM, Radio Waterloo, in that way. And thanks for doing that, Two White Feather.
So here's War Party for All by Wrecked Small Boy. Hook ya!
Yeah. It's that heathen song, man. We all right now, man.